In this video, we're going to talk about Frame.io Drive. JJ.
Hey.
How's it going?
Nice to meet you.
Likewise. All right, so tell me what we got going on new with Frame and
Cool.
Frame Drive. Yeah.
So this year, super excited to be here at NAB 2026 with Frame.io Drive and Frame.io Mounted Storage. So historically, people have thought about Frame.io as a video review and approval tool, which is awesome, and we've done a great job at this. And over the last few years, especially with Frame.io version 4, we've expanded to what we call a creative management platform, which is one central place for your feedback, your media, and your stakeholders to all live. The focus there is to organize, streamline your workflows, automate your workflows, and really have this single source of truth for your team. And we wanted to push that vision further with something called Frame.io Drive. And Frame.io Drive is a new desktop application that lets you connect your Frame.io projects and cloud media to your desktop and stream those assets into your creative tools so that they behave like they're local.
Okay, yeah. So whatever you have on Frame.io, you can now kind of mount as a local hard drive?
Exactly. So it starts to act like a high-performance external hard drive, just connected to your computer. But what's really unique about this is this works really well for distributed teams. So if I'm tackling production in LA, I can work very quickly with an editor based out of New York. I'm not sending all these file transfer links or using general purpose cloud storage, which is like very good for documents, just not optimized for creative work. So this is all purpose built for creatives.
Can you, I don't know if you want to walk me through, but like, what are can it handle raw files, all sorts of media types? Like, what's the...
So good question. Because this is only streaming the bits and pieces that you need, and you're not downloading a full file every time, you can work with more higher style clips or 4K media or these larger files without having to wait for the entire download. Now,
streaming what you need in real time. Yeah.
And granted, you're not going to pull red raw AK files from a coffee shop. But we do need to be realistic about the kind of work that we're doing and just understand the kind of bandwidth that we're working with and the kind of files that we're working with, find that marriage and then work for your team. But just to be clear, you can edit 4K media from a coffee shop because you are only streaming the bits and pieces as you need. And to make things a little sweeter, you can actually cache media to your desktop. So if you do want to work on a lower bandwidth area, you can, and still work with those high performance files.
Is that a similar cache feature? Like, could I specifically call out a file and be like pin this, or I need this to like stay local just to make sure I have it?
Yeah, you can do that straight from Finder or File Explorer once Frame.io is mounted. Or as you access your assets, it will intelligently cache on the machine. Okay.
And, but could it not play back in real time, but could it like read raw files? Like if you
you can open and view and stream from...
in Premiere, could it?
Yeah, we're file agnostic.
Okay, so like anything that is up there and could load in Premiere, it could not play back in real time. Like,
I would say this is like a prerequisite. If you can preview this in Finder or File Explorer, chances are that you can do this with Frame.io Drive. Okay. And the other thing is, if the creative app can see network storage, you're in a good spot. So it's not like we're only providing the service across Creative Cloud. This works for other desktop apps as well.
Okay. And can you show what this looks like?
Here we have Frame.io Drive, which is the new desktop application. This is a free app, and it's a continuation of the Frame.io Transfer app. So you get all the goodness that you had with Frame.io Transfer. So that's very fast uploads and downloads, and uploads that will be resumable if they ever break for some reason.
Does this replace Transfer? Like, is it going to be one app?
Yes, and that's why this is a free application that you can download once access has been provided to your team. So from here, the biggest difference is that I now have this area of mounted projects. So if I wanted to mount this Frame.io project called NAB 2026, I click Mount Project, and you'll see that now Frame.io is available in Finder. Really setting this up is as easy as just clicking one button.
Okay.
And then I can now grab this 4K footage. And granted, we're on horrible NAB Wi-Fi, but you see that playback's pretty quick. It's responsive and performant. And it's not just going to be previewing or opening the footage. I can actually have Premiere projects or PSDs hosted in Frame and then open them this way too. So let me just open this Premiere project. I'm just pulling it up here. So this means that I'm not shipping drives or sending these file transfer links or putting them in these tools that are not purpose-built for work. I now have this performant Premiere project And as I save this clip, that's saving back to Frame.io, not my local disk. So now if you wanted to pick up this project after I made a couple edits, you don't need to go to a different system. You just mount Frame to your desktop and you can pick up the project from there.
Okay, so in this case, you save that Premiere project to your Frame.io drive.
Exactly.
If you were using Premiere's team collaboration feature, does this kind of, I always felt like there was a missing piece where like the Premiere team could collaborate on the project, but when it came to like proxy media, it was sort of like sorted out separately. Could you have can this be the missing piece where like the proxy media is on the Frame.io drive?
Sure, so this is going
to,
Frame.io drive can host your proxy media or your original camera files. And what was really cool about this, I don't know if you saw when this started, is that this media is all just automatically referencing the same source media. So I'm not having to worry about relinking media at all because I'm always working off the same source. So as you make edits, you're referencing the source media in the same project that I am.
Yeah.
So it's nice that I'm not having to worry about relinking or sending or managing media between our instances. It's all from one single source of truth.
Right.
And same thing with the versions that I'm putting up in Frame. Every time I'm clicking
save.
If
you open this project, is there something to prevent the other person from opening this Premiere project?
Good question. It's just depending on the application and how they handle this, just like they would off of a shared server or sort of a networked environment. If there's something in the creative app that can prevent somebody else from getting in it, that application would reflect that. It's not based on the source media. We're not locking the source media for someone else.
It's just a hard drive. It appears as a hard drive.
It should feel exactly like working off shared storage.
Okay.
Cool. And it's not just for video files either. It's for photo and design files as well. So if I wanted to open up this PSD, let's open up this one, and I wanted to open this up with Photoshop, it's the exact same workflow as I would with video. I can go in here, I can adjust the colors. Maybe I just want to adjust the hue here and say, hey, what would it look like if this was green? Now I save this file, and that also is going to be in Frame.io. So it's not just for video review and approval, it's for all creative disciplines. So the focus here is to move Frame.io from a video review and approval tool to that creative management for all your creative disciplines. So we want to encourage more people to grab more of their assets and store them in Frame so it's truly a single source of truth between your design, your photo, and your video teams.
On the flip side, if I'm on the computer, I have the Frame.io drive mounted, I add a file into the drive. Does that get uploaded to my Frame.io storage?
So good question. You can think of Frame.io drive as a new way to work with your files from your desktop. And actually, so you can see here is if I was to have something on my local storage and click it and drag it into Frame.io drive, that goes into Frame. Anything that I change in Finder or File Explorer will reflect in Frame, and I can even take action from Finder now. So if I go in here to any of these actions, I can open in Frame, create a share link right from here, or even add to free cache.
Oh, is that
like you mentioned earlier?
Save or like keep local
exactly.
feature? Okay.
So from here I can create a share link, and now I'm context switching less often. I can take these actions right from Finder or File Explorer, and now I get to apply all of the security and governance that teams know and love within Frame.io and extend that to the desktop. Because I'm never taking these files and putting them on my machine, all of them are always stored in the cloud. So if I want to passphrase protect assets or set specific permissions, that's all done from the web app and extends that to the rest of my team on desktop workflows. Yeah. And so now from here, I can watermark, forensic watermark, or do DRM, save, and now I have an end-to-end workflow without having to manage between multiple tools. It's now all consolidated within Frame.
And your Frame.io drive and storage, that's the source of truth. So like everything is being stored up there.
It's stored in something called Frame.io mounted storage, which is a new storage type in Frame.
Okay.
So you have your Frame.io standard storage. That's basically everything that you've used up in Frame.io to this moment. Frame.io mounted storage is the new storage type that provides that streaming architecture to your desktop.
Okay.
So as you want to work with these high performance streaming assets, just store them in mounted storage. And as you go through your workflow, you might move things back over to standard storage because your team just needs to review and approve that content or keep stored in the cloud. And as you work with your active media, that's part of your mounted storage. Because we heard from creative teams that they want this ability to storage or manage this between storage tiers as it makes sense to do so.
Okay. So is there a different pricing for mounted storage versus the traditional storage if you already use Frame?
So Frame.io Drive and mounted storage is available to enterprise as of this last Wednesday on April 15th, and that's rolling access to enterprise customers now. All of our enterprise pricing is custom, just like it has been for Frame.io. So totally depends on your workflow and your team size. Pricing and availability for all the rest of the Frame.io storage plans are coming soon. But what I can tell you is that every Frame.io account will come with baseline entitlement. So just like you do with your Frame.io standard storage, you'll have some element of mounted storage as well.
Okay, but it'll be kind of two different buckets to think about.
Exactly.
It's not like whatever you have on Frame now is instantly mountable.
We didn't want to convert this over because there are different uses for these. So we wanted to make sure that you are not forced into one workflow or the other.
Okay, got it. Cool. Well, thanks for demoing and explaining.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks for going to the booth.